a Superwoman strong workout. With a Superwoman strong workout, what we're going to do is we're going to be performing 7 different movements, one of each of the primal movements. So you're going to have a squat variation, a lunge, a deadlift, a bridge, a push, a pull, and a core. In this particular workout, we're going to perform these exercises in a circuit. What you need accessible to you will be at least a set of dumbbells. For myself, having more equipment accessible, I'm going to grab one heavier dumbbell, a lighter set of dumbbells, and then a mini band. Your first exercise is going to be goblet 1.5 rep squats. So with your 1.5 rep, we're going to go down to the bottom of a squat, up halfway, down to the bottom again, and all the way up. It's a time under tension method. We're going to use that dumbbell that you have accessible to you. I'm going to hold it up in my goblet grip. If you have a mini band, it's going to go just below your knees, and then I'm going to squat down, up half, down, drive and squeeze. Down, up half, down, drive and squeeze. That's 2. From a side angle view, same thing. Down to the bottom, up halfway, down, drive. Down to the bottom, up halfway, down, drive. Back and forth just like so. With the mini band, what you want to do is as you're lowering, you're driving those knees out wide. Coming up, they come in just a little bit. Lower, drive them out wide. Come up, big strong glute squeeze at the top. All of our regular squatting mechanics apply for this squat, so feet a little wider and shoulder width apart. Point my toes out around 30 degrees. Go down to a point where your spine remains neutral. Come up and squeeze the glutes. For this next exercise, you're going to need that light set of dumbbells. I'm going to give you 2 options. Option 1 is prop them up to your shoulders. You're going alternating push press. So I drive, one comes up, other comes up. One comes up, other comes up. With my push press, I'm really loading up through my hips, a little bit through my knees, dropping down, and then I drive 1 rep overhead, other rep overhead. If you're not a push press person, if you have any rotator cuff issues, what you're going to do as your alternative is just lying down on the floor. You're going to go alternating floor press. 1, 2, 3, 4, back and forth like so. Dumbbells go down when you are done. So pick whichever option is best accessible to you. Again, propping those dumbbells up. If you don't have dumbbells, soup cans, water bottles, wine bottles, whatever you have accessible. For your third exercise, I'm going to give you a few options. So it's going to be a lunge variation. Option 1, you can grab either your lighter or your heavier dumbbell, feet shoulder width apart. I'm going alternating front lunges, stepping down, switching back, stepping down, switching back, just like so for the amount of time prescribed. So you can do the light dumbbell, you can do the heavier one. You can also grab both dumbbells, front rack them up like so, and keep them holding there. That might be a little bit harder based on your last exercise of that alternating push press, but if you can muscle it, great. If not, then you just go body weight, same thing, lunging forward, alternating back and forth like so. Your other option here, if your arms need a break, is to go dynamic lunges, where I'm gonna lunge, pulse a little bit, switching back and forth like so. Regardless of the lunge variation that you choose, all of our regular lunging mechanics apply. We want that front foot pointing forward, front thigh pointing nice and straight. From a side angle view, we remain 90 and 90, and then we're switching back and forth like so, or you're alternating through those front lunges, dumbbells, or without. Next exercise, you're gonna grab your light set of dumbbells. From here, shoulders back, it's going to be bent over row with a 3-second eccentric. So I'm going to lean forward to around 60, 75 degrees, torso to the floor. From here, arms out. I'm going to have my knuckles facing away. I'm going to pull in with a little twist into my hips. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, pull. 3, 2, 1, pull. 3, 2, 1, pull. 3, 2, 1, pull, just like so. So as you're performing this exercise, you want to make sure that you're nice and strong, engaged through that core. As you're holding, it's almost like holding a plank here. You're nice and tight, nice and strong. You pull in, you retract the shoulder blades together, and then on the lowering phase, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder blades come out, and then you retract again. 3, 2, 1. Back and forth like so. For our 5th exercise, we're going to give those arms a break. We're going to be performing what we call a glute march. So the glute march, lying down on my side. What we want to do, we're going to bridge up, hold. Knees come together. You're basically going back and forth between alternating single leg bridges, but you're in a static position. So I'm going to raise here, and then I switch back. Raise here, and then I switch back. Every time I go to step my foot into the floor, so here I'm engaged, squeezing to my left side. I'm going to go to step my right foot through the floor. Right foot steps down. I want to dig through that heel, really fire that glute.
Core stays on and strong the entire time. The goal here is to minimize any movement whatsoever at your hips in terms of dipping down. So we never want to drop. We keep that nice solid bridge as we're alternating through our single leg reps. Your other options here would be, if that glute bridge doesn't feel too good for you, you can't get your glutes to activate well enough, you can do a bilateral glute bridge, so both feet, drive up, hold 1, 2, hold 1, 2, hold 1, 2, like so. You can throw a dumbbell here with a 1, 2 hold, or you can throw a mini band around your knees with a 1, 2 hold. So choose whichever option for you. Try that glute bridge first, that glute march first, and if it's not working for you, alternate to that glute bridge. Exercise number 6, probably my favorite of the bunch. What you're gonna do, you're gonna grab a single dumbbell. If you have that heavier one, grab, hold it together. You're gonna go feet double shoulder width apart here, and then it's going to be slow eccentric sumo deadlift. So I'm gonna reach down, deadlift, and then drive up and squeeze. Reach down, deadlift, drive up and squeeze. One more, reach down, deadlift, drive up and squeeze. Where am I feeling this? Specifically right in the medial aspect of our hamstrings, maybe a little bit into our groins as well. From a side angle view, same thing. So it's not a squat down, slight bend in the knees, and then we sit our bum back. Get that stretch through the hamstrings, drive forward and squeeze. Get that stretch through the hamstrings, drive forward and squeeze. So you can use heavy dumbbell. You can also grab 2 dumbbells, hold those together, and same thing, just lower down, drive up. If you have 2 dumbbells and you just want to use a lighter one, you can hold it both sides, both head of the dumbbells, reach down, drive up. If none of those work for you, you should not be feeling this exercise in your lower back. If none of those work for you, just go with regular bilateral deadlifts, just like so, in your normal conventional shoulder width apart position. The final exercise of our Superwomen circuit, it's going to be core based. I'm going to give you a few options. Option number 1, nice light mini band, wrap it right around your feet, right where the laces of your shoes would be. From here, we're going to go alternating bicycles. So I'm going to keep my lower back flat on the floor, and then I'm going to switch, and then switch. Back and forth, just like so. I'm pressing the legs out, squeezing at the glute, making sure my abs are engaged nice and strong. I'm not reaching up and twisting. Nothing's really coming off the floor other than maybe a little bit of my shoulder blade. And then I switch back and forth. I'm breathing out with each rep. Like so. Your second option here would be to get rid of the mini band, just perform your regular bicycles, back and forth like so. Your third option, what I'm going to get you to do, is those dead bugs. So if you're not a bicycle person, you're not quite ready for it yet, dead bugs with a wall push. So you're going to be propped up against the wall here. Hands push in like so. And then from here, we either have our reach straight out, back and forth, alternating. One leg comes out, comes all the way back in, another one goes out. Or I got my little taps down. Taps down. Same idea. You're breathing out every time you push that leg out or tap that leg down. You want to push into the wall to help engage our anterior core as much as possible. Keep that lower back flat against the floor.